Hey guys, welcome to my new video. In this episode I'm gonna deal with some weird issue. This is my 124 Mercedes W124 for spare parts that I bought, and last year I disassembled tons of stuff around the engine and I took them to use them in the green Mercedes, and since then the car has been sitting disassembled. But recently I decided that I have to reassemble everything back to be able to move the car on its own, because I need some other parts, body parts, the front bumper, the rear bumper, and some other stuff around the car to use in the green 124 once again. And to be able to do that I have to deal with this as a much weird problem. You can tell that the car is kind of lifted at the moment and the tire is flat actually, but I used a piece of wood, you can see, to secure the car, because the tire is deflating constantly and the tire itself is pretty much brand new, and I didn't want it to damage the tire, but I'm afraid that might damage the suspension this way, but we'll see. The problem over here is that the air valve is destroyed. I don't know if you can tell, it is cracked all over the place and it is leaking air. So the tire is, as I mentioned, pretty much flat at the moment. What is the problem with this? Since I don't drive the car, I can't take it to a repair shop to get the tire off and replace the air valve, and at the moment I can't take the wheel off the hub because of this bolt over here. You can see this is the type of bolt that needs this special key, this special tool to be removed. But when I bought the car, the guy that sold me the car said that he doesn't have the key for this thing, so I have to figure out a way to remove the wheel, not only this one but all four wheels on this car. But this is gonna be for another episode. I have some ideas, I'm gonna try some stuff, we'll see. Probably I'm gonna get this off, but for the moment I'm curious to find out if I can remove and replace this air valve on the spot without disassembling the rim, without disassembling the tire, just to get the old one out and install a new one. I have seen videos in which guys have done this sort of thing, but if I remember correctly, in those videos the rims were just steel rims. I don't recall seeing this done on alloy wheel, so I'm curious to find out if I can do this. In any case, if I fail to do that, I'm gonna try to find a way to remove the rim and get it to shop when they can safely remove the tire, because at the moment I don't want to deal with this alloy wheel and I don't want to damage it. So yeah, in this episode this is gonna be the main goal. You can see I have prepared myself, I even bought myself a special tool for installing air valves on tires, on wheels, on rims. So I have some hooks and some screwdrivers and some pliers over here, some washing liquid just to help me out, and as I mentioned some air valves. But unfortunately some of the air valves, I don't know if you can tell, let me try to focus on this. You can see that the edge of this one is damaged. I don't know, it is brand new and it is already been damaged, so probably I'm gonna use this one to attempt to get it in place. But if it is leaking air, I'm gonna use a proper one. I don't know, we'll see. I'm gonna start by attempting to take the old one out, and then we'll see if I can get the new one in. So let's go. Well, this step is complete. I was able to get this air valve out with all of its bits and pieces, so this was a success. And now we have a empty space that we have to fill with the new one. I know that I'm scratching the rim a bit, but honestly these rims are for repair anyway. You can see that they are damaged, and over here at the edge as well, so I'm not worried about them at the moment, and this is one of the reasons that I'm doing this on these rims. But if you want to do this the proper way, probably you should mask tape around the valve and use some cloth and stuff to protect the rim, but in my case I don't really care about this, so I don't want to waste time with stuff that are not so important to me at this point. I'm gonna clean a bit the area where the new valve is supposed to sit, and I'm gonna try to install it. So let's see if this is gonna work. So let's recap. This is the end result. Now the tire is almost at 3 bars of pressure. You can see I have poured tons of liquid, washing liquid all over the place, just to make sure that nothing is leaking, nowhere is coming from anywhere. And from what I can tell, there is no problem with the new air valve. So probably the problem is solved, and it is possible to be done. But I strongly don't recommend this method because it is so difficult, and I think I have probably cracked the end of the air valve. I don't know. I'm just guessing, I'm not sure, because it was way too difficult for me to get this in place and to understand what is going on at the same time. I used, honestly, this is the second air valve. The first one that I showed you in the beginning of the video was destroyed, and how I did that, I ended up piercing the back of it with the pliers. I forced it with the pliers and I ended up damaging the back side, so I decided not to use this one and used a different one from the set. My initial idea was to try and use only screwdrivers and pliers to get the valve in place, but it doesn't work, so I decided to try with the funnels, and this is way better because they gradually shrink the rubber at the end of the valve, and it is possible to get this into place. This is a brand new set of funnels. You can see I have different sizes, and this one, it was brand new, but I installed the valve at the cost of one brand new funnel. I knew she won't hold, but this was the only solution at the moment that I could think of, so I used this thing and it worked actually. I released some of the tension and one of the ends of the air valve was sticking out, so I had to stick that inside with the screwdriver, but I'm hoping that it is gonna last, and I proved that it's possible, but I strongly recommend and suggest not to try it if you don't have any other choice. Yes, but it is way too difficult and way too unpractical. You can damage the air valve doing this, and I don't like this method. I did it just because I wanted to find out if it is possible and to solve this problem, but still I honestly can't recommend this thing. But you'll figure this out on your own if you of course want to give it a try. So I hope this video was helpful or at least entertaining. So thank you so much for watching. Stay safe, stay tuned, and I hope to see you in my next videos. Bye for now.